Alright, so let's get the show on the road. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and open one of the 690 blocks here. See what we're working with. I did all the testing already. Both the cards are working, board's working, CPU's working. So not very common to get a bad CPU right out of the box, but you never know. Okay, so we got some thermal pads, we got all the screws, a couple O-rings here, Allen key, washers, all the goodies to put it together. And then we got a sexy block here. So these come with the FC link. Each card has the FC link in it. So here's the block. Very nice block. Now some of the mods that I'm going to be doing to this system are just pretty basic mods. The customer, I talked about doing wire sleeving with him. He doesn't want to do that. It's just too much involved, too much money. He says for something he's not really going to see that much. So it'll be just basic mods to the case itself, to house like the 360 rad, to get the two 240s in the bottom, stuff like that. So anyhow, okay, so I think the instruction is pretty basic. I've actually never done a dual GPU, so I'll probably go ahead and look it over and see what the difference may be from a single GPU, which is not much actually. It's just putting thermal pads and stuff down for 2 GPUs instead of 1. So, and then a lot more screws. Anyways, so I'll put that aside. I'll put this guy right here, the link. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this EK FC Bridge dual serial. Open that up because I'm hoping that this is going to fit. From the compatibility thing on EK's website said it would. So let's see what's going on with that. Same thing, some O-rings, Allen wrenches, a couple screws in there, a plug, directions, and then the sexy block. So let's see what we got here. So I just want to see how this is going to mount up. I'm sure the directions tell me how to do it. I'm not much for reading directions, so I think what you got to do is you got to put the links on. If I'm not mistaken, they go on like that, and then this guy will sit on top of that. There's 2 sets of holes here. So let's see, if I was looking from the outside, it should be like that, right? So it'd go like that. Oh wait, so it'd go like this. Yeah. I think that's how it goes. So this guy mounts to here. There's a little groove. It's a little groove here. Put these on here. So pretty sure to mount these, you put the O-rings, which comes with the O-rings here. So you put the O-rings down in the little groove here, and then you would set this on top of it, and there's a screw here, and you screw it in from the back here. So that would put bridge the whole system together, and then you would put this onto the card. And in order to put these onto the card, if I'm not mistaken, that screw comes out. Alright, so with the part, take the card apart. So some tools you're going to need for certain cards is a Torx head screwdriver. This card requires it. You're going to need some scissors, maybe a razor, and of course a Phillips head screwdriver. So what I'm going to start with is the outer screws here. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth like this. You should be able to break it loose like that, instead of pulling on it, because you pull on it you could bend the PCB or break something. So I've already got it pretty much broke apart here. Now what to do is unplug the two plugs that are plugged in. I'm sure one's for the light and one's for the fan. See in here. There we go. So that guy's apart. I'm gonna go ahead and move this over here. Get that out of the way. Actually, let me move it. Here, give me the box back. And then, so we got here is a bunch of little. This is where the razor comes in handy. It's got a bunch of little pads that are on here. We're not going to need. We're going to be putting new stuff on. So I'll clean this up some. Of course, be careful doing this. You don't want to damage anything. There's some over here. Okay, so now what we have here is the card's pretty much prepped. I've cleaned off both the chips, and I think this may be for the SLI. So there's 3 here, 1, 2, and 3. And I've already cut all the thermal pads. They give you just enough thermal pad to do these, because this is the 1mm thermal pad and this is the 0.5mm. So the 0.5mm is just enough to do all that needs to be done. Anyway, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the thermal pads, I'll put my grease on, I'll take the thermal pads, apply them to the block, put the block on this box, flip the card over, put it on, and then I have to work in the back plate. So back plate requires the outer screws only, so that should be pretty easy. It does require a couple, there's a washer that goes under the middle of the back plate. And then also I've also taken the original screws, I put them in a bag. They're going to go with the cooler into storage. So Alright, so here's one block down, one to go. I got everything on here. I got the back plate on. It's pretty sexy. Everything looks nice and straight. So, yep, that's that one. So one more and I'll be done with the blocks, and I can put the bridge on and moving on. Alright, so let's have a look here at the cards. So the cards are done. I went ahead and installed both blocks on them, and then put this aero bridge on here. So looks pretty darn good. You spin it around so you can see the back plates here. There's the back plates, the back side. Looks pretty good. So now I can start moving on to installing products into the case, lay out some stuff, and then drill some holes and mod a few things. So, and on to the next phase. Alright, next I'm going to put the water block on the CPU. Here is the block. Let's get the block out here. There's the screw kit. Instructions. Back plate. And fancy dancy block. And more back plates. So, and some thermal grease. Huh. Cool. Let's see what we need for 2011. What do we need? What do we need? So these are actually, it's not a back plate. It's AMD. Okay, pretty simple. So just get out the screws for 2011. Let's see here. Okay, not going to change any plates. Comes with a couple extra plates. Quality check paper. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken here, should be some that are fatter than others. If these were the right ones here. Yep. Just to double check, what are these guys for? Well, those are threaded in also. So those are for the other plate setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the board around. Make life a little easier. So these are the short ones. Long ones are for different setups. So I'll move those out of the way. I'll be using this stuff here. And then I'm going to use my trusty thermal paste here. All I'm going to do is put a big dab in the middle. Like so. And then I'm going to exit out. That's it. Should be plenty thermal grease. Now there's other methods you can do. You can take credit card or a razor and smear it all over. That works good too. This works pretty good. So, alright, so let me see here. Block. Get the block out. So, next, springs. Spring. Cap. 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 And a cap. So I usually go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. You just screw these ones down until they touch, or until they bottom out. So that's it. That's on. So it's funny. I was just looking at this right now. The EK film face is actually gelid. Some guys I actually met at CES. Pretty nice guys. I'm gonna have to give this a try. Try to check this out. See what I think of it. Alright, so moving on to the case. I've already taken the doors off. I've taken the top piece here off. I'm going to remove the fan controller area so I can get the wires out of here. And I got pretty sure I got to re-drill some holes up here to get the 360 rad to mount up. And then what I got to do is the bottom here, these are all coming out. I'm going to be putting two 240s down there and probably drilling some holes. So we'll see what's going on there. What else? That's it for right now, I think. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this fan controller out. Okay. So that's that. Now I get the 360 out over here. Yeah, no, the holes do not line up for shit. The last fan is off. Hey everybody, so we're back now. I made some modifications to the case. I'll go ahead and grab the camera and show you a couple of things that I did. Nothing too fancy, nothing too extravagant. Basically this system I'm working within the customer's budget, and you know, so there won't be too many modifications, just small simple things to make the water cooling experience a little easier. Let me grab it. Okay, so let's see here. So what I did here is I made right here, I tapped two holes in here. On the back here I made a rad support. Right here there will be another rad support. It's this piece here. So basically this will attach to the front of the, because I'm going to have two radiators and then two 120 fans in the middle, and then 120s on the outsides of the radiators also. So basically what I have is this will support the rad and that whole rad enclosure. And then I've also right here, you can see where my finger's coming through, that's where the drain port's going to be out on the back of the rads. Let me give you a little better look at this. All this is some angle, so it's an easy fix for anybody. You know, obviously I'll be painting it still. So basically just drilled my holes for to screw into the fan holes, and then I tapped it from the back side underneath the case. And I also took out the leg. There's a leg, support brace for here and here. I took those out because I don't really need them. There's not going to be a lot of weight on the floor up here. So that's pretty much all I've done to the case, and pretty much all I'm gonna do. I have also come up here. Now, this hole here and this hole here on both sides. Now, when you put your 360 rad up here, those holes don't line up. I don't know what radiator Cooler Master was using when they created this hole punch out here, but it just doesn't work. So all I did was I took a file and I filed it that way on all four of the holes, and once I saw that I could screw in a screw to the radiator, that was good to go. So that's basically all I did. So I mean, this is pretty much ready now for hardware and water cooling. So I'm just waiting for the customer to get back to me on the fans, because I have some Lipa casino fans, and I had asked him if he was interested in them, to put in here. So I'm not sure. He's gonna get back to me. He's looking at the video right now. And then here, let me go over here. This is my this will be the rad sandwich for the setup here. So basically I've bridged them together here. This will be either the in or the out or whatever, so they'll be coming into the bottom. And then on the back side, here, I have a little sight gauge. It tells me if there's still liquid in there. And then this is the actual drain. So the drain port will go through the hole that I showed you on the case, and it'll screw onto this, and you should be able to just dump this whole system out from here. So pop the little cap and drain it away. So that's the rad sandwich. And then I got the I already showed you guys I had the block on there. So now I'm just gonna start building this sucker. So I'll try to get some video of that, so that way we can see what's going on and how I do everything. So what I'll probably end up doing is building most of it as far as the hardware goes, and then I'll come back and explain some stuff and walk you through putting in the water cooling and stuff like that. So alrighty, until the next part.